KSI and ham. Like that. Yeah, that works. I'll go with that. Love the music in this as well. Right. There's not that much input lag. Seems good enough. Yeah, so one of the key differences between this and the arcade version is that the Saturn version actually lets you lock your firing direction with the mech form. But there's also little changes as well, like there's a safe spot up in this top left corner which you can't access on the arcade version. And Stage 3 boss has some slightly different indestructible attacks as well, so the Saturn version I tend to regard as the definitive version of Hyper Duel, but they're both equally as good as each other. Got how fast-paced everything is though in this game. Stu, what is up? Yeah, and the other thing people don't realize is that you're actually indestructible to scenery in mech form, so you can actually bump into stuff. I could change the controls actually, because having lock on that fucking C button is kind of hard on the joystick. Although technically I don't really need it because I can play this game without it. Right. Jalapeno. Which had to use a little bit of power there, which wasn't a problem. Yeah, if only you could run on the floor, that would be pretty cool. Now the reason why I picked this ship over the other two is that the special attack actually pierces through scenery, It's actually quite good for this stage in particular because you can target a lot of the enemies that appear. And especially the ones that like to pass through the scenery. This shot is actually indestructible on the Saturn version, so you kind of have to hide from it, whereas you could just sit in one place on the arcade version and just shoot through it. Yeah, it got a super buff. Actually, I like it when it's buffed though, because it actually makes it a lot harder to fight the boss. Whereas you could actually plow through this boss on the arcade version. Right, okay. It's a Gundam. Fuck! Thank you for the host. I forgot I had that alert up. Shit. What's up? Not much slowdown here. Shit. Okay. Tane, thank you for the host. How did Zexx go anyway? It's not bad though, at least you're making progress. No, the host is random, so you get the Batrider one 99% of the time, and you get the Mario Jong one like 1% of the time. So Tane got the nice lucky one. I don't know why I didn't bother using the lock, because I don't really need it that much.
Welcome to Violent City.
Thank you for the host. People are gonna try and actually get the special one now. Yeah, that's just how it happens though, dude. Looking, practice always seems to go better than an actual run. And I had like 6 or 7 attempts at Kaitai Daisenso and I just could not finish the game. Oh fuck. Shit, I think I've missed one. Well, not perfect. I don't think they do, actually. I've never really had them. Yeah, I didn't get the perfect. Best song in the game? For it. Okay. Come on. Fuck! Shit. Kind of trapped by those bullets. Okay.
Great!
Thank you for the follow. Lamp station, thank you for the follow. Oh, really? I wonder what causes it.
Excellent!
Thank you for the follow as well, whoever that was. I'll check in a minute. Problem. Fuck shit. Ah. Got the extend as well. Yeah, fucking nightmare. Usually I can no miss him, it's just I need to set it up correctly. I should probably for the second phase go down to up. Yes, that's right, yeah. There is a pattern to it, I've just messed it up in this run though. Yeah, that's why I intentionally get gunners on the previous stage, because I know for a fact the boss will kill them. But gunners actually help with cleaning out the stage itself. like gunners are really good in this stage as well. Sorry, tracers are really good in this stage as well. I think I missed the perfect there actually. I do take gunners most of the time, yes. I forgot I did that episode, shit. Completely forgot about that, god. I forget whose replay that was actually. Was it mine? Somebody else's? On top. Where? Oof. Watch out for the splitting fireballs, actually. Nice. Yeah, Aquas does a really good job with that show, so I'm glad that I had a chance to actually be on some of those episodes and at least talk about the games that I have an interest in. I haven't been on there for a while though. It's primarily because I haven't really been playing shmups a lot lately. I still have a love for it though, always do. Gunship. Told you there. Cool. Yeah, I mean, when I do those episodes, I try and talk about strategy at least to, you know, help new players actually understand how to play the game and, you know, what's going on in the stages and, like, just explain as much as I can about it, because sometimes it can be very easy to just, like, showcase a game without actually talking about, you know, what you do in it and what makes it so exciting or entertaining. So at least I hope that the stuff that I've done in the past on that show has been informative enough for people to actually pick up those games and, you know, learn them and play them. This boss can go eat a dick. Oh, fucking hell. This boss is such an asshole. Fuck you. Right. Oh, fuck. Shit. They're sweet. Okay. Got it. Jesus. 217. Okay, that's not bad. Fucking love this game, it's so good. I don't think there is, Stu. I would like to know actually why he switches allegiance. Waifu artwork. I still consider it to be the best character in the game though, but I know a lot of people like Dr. Lloyd because his attacks are like impact explosives and they're very strong, so it's very easy to kill bosses with him. I don't really like using him though because his attacks are like melee practically. Dude, don't be bummed out, come on. You've actually made a lot of progress over the past week and a half or 2 weeks that you've been playing it, so... If anything, you should be pleased with the progress you're making. You're gonna have off days anyway.